We finally got away for a quick trip to the beach for a camping trip. We were also ready for a break. The kids were so excited to play in the sand and help around the fire. I did a lot of food prep to make camping a little easier, especially being in the sun and playing in the sand really increased everyone's appetite. I pulled everything a few days prior from the freezer and defrosted it in the fridge. I threw some chicken in a Ziploc with barbecue sauce and we put that over a charcoal grill one night for dinner. Such an easy, simple cleanup. Here I'm preparing breakfast sausage for sandwiches. I am flattening the sausage to cut into circles. Once it's flattened, I did freeze it to make it easier to work with prior to cutting the circles. They did shrink up, so I would make the circles larger next time. Here I pre-bake some potatoes. Even if you do this one thing, you could have multiple meals. Like for us, we did a baked potato side when we had the chicken, and then we also stuffed it with pulled pork one night. Before we go out of town, I will freeze food that might be going bad and that we won't eat while camping. So, for example, like those onions, I had froze. Any tomatoes, I just cut up and froze on a sheet tray. And then I also made a couple batches of blueberry muffins, so I froze some of those too to have in the future, and then stored some for our camping trip as well. Here I am cutting out the patties on the sausage. After I do this, I will then freeze the patties in our freezer so they're easier to work with again because they did like defrost because I didn't freeze them for that long. So it was just much easier. And then I stored them in a Ziploc and I put parchment paper and I put them in our camper freezer. They would have been fine in the fridge, but we had quite a bit, so I wasn't sure if we would use all of it. I didn't want it to go bad. I would next time pull out a few and defrost in the morning prior so the sausage would cook faster. We threw these on an English muffin with cheese and like an over medium egg. So gooey and delicious, plus an easy cleanup. We also had yogurt, granola, cereal, hard-boiled eggs as other breakfast options. I think my personal favorite was the chorizo breakfast burrito. While it takes some prep work, it's worth it when all you have to do while camping is heat the burrito up and then the outside gets all crispy. Next I made bread for Uncrustables. We had BLTs. We also pre-shredded some cheese for the burritos, taco bowls, quesadillas, whatever else we would need shredded cheese for, which is pretty normal. I usually have shredded cheese in the house because I like doing it in batches because I hate shredding cheese, so the food processor works great for that. Since we made a batch of cheese, we did tortillas for lunch, and homegrown tomatoes in a quesadilla is so delicious, takes it next level. Before I give our garden updates on how our garden did while we were gone, if anyone wants to see recipes from when we go camping, what we do to prepare, or day-to-day recipes, food I prepped for the week, comment below. And if there's anything that you want to see, please give us feedback. Also subscribe if you enjoy this channel. So here we are. The heat definitely took a toll on our garden. We did our best with setting everything up where it would get watered. So some things were just lacking water. It just needed a good watering and things came back to life. The aphids and carpet beetles did take over in some areas. The neem oil really helped with that. I think also we noticed that it was good to give the garden a break from us because we tend to sometimes overwater or maybe give too much TLC. But don't lose hope. If something is not looking good, give it a little TLC and see what happens, or maybe not. In our case, I think both was beneficial for us, which is great. So when we were gone, we were on our way home, we're like, oh, I wonder what the garden looks like. You worked so hard for doing all this, and so, but you also need to give yourself a break and take those moments and relax. You'll notice on the plant coming up it'll be a pumpkin one and it'll have aphids on it, but I had sprayed it with neem oil so they were dead. And then the next one is our artichoke and has carpet beetles on it, but I had sprayed that in. Yep, all the white ones.
Go up.